sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be filming this. It's been a hot minute since I've sat down and actually had time to film and just chat with you all. We are going to be talking about my 2023 reading goals and Bible and faith goals. This isn't going to be a TBR. I can for sure do a separate video of showing the actual books that I have in mind for some of these. Some of them aren't, some of them are specific, but others, it's just a broad spectrum. But I have ideas of what I want to read with those. So if you want to see an actual TBR of what it is, let me know and I can film that. So I have my cute little journal, and we'll get into what my 2023 reading and faith goals are. All right, so the very first one, and I'm just starting out with reading goals, is finishing a couple book series. And one of those series is the Anne of Green Gables series. I've read the first book in 2022, and I am so thrilled to continue the series in 2023. There's eight books, and I can't wait to continue to read them. I want to do the whole series in 2023. Then I also have another series I want to finish that I started in 2022, which was the Christensen family series. I have completed my collection. I have all the books over there. I think it's 6 total, and then there is a 7th one, and it's like a Christmas novella. But I just have the 6 main books in the Christensen family series. And again, I want to read all of them in 2023. So that means I technically have 5 to get through. And I'm really, really excited to finish those. I really enjoyed Susan May Warren's writing, and she's just really good at writing relationships and family dynamic. And I'm really excited to get into reading that series in this new year. My next goal is to read more nonfiction. So I kind of go in strides with nonfiction. There's times where I'm really into reading nonfiction, and it's usually Christian nonfiction. So I'm gonna say self-help, but a Christian living, inspirational nonfiction. But I've really not read any at all this year, and I really go in strides. Sometimes I really get in a mood and want to read it, and then other times I'm just no, I strictly want to read fiction. So I'm trying to tag some in throughout the year, because I've gotten several this year that I just really think will be helpful and beneficial. So my goal is to at least read 6 of them. If I can do more, wonderful. And all of these are loose, very loose numbers or set goals that I have. I never want to put a lot of pressure on myself. Reading is for fun, absolutely. And I've never, counted my books or tracked how much I've read up until this year because of Goodreads. It's totally for fun. And if I'm not in the mood to read 6 nonfictions this year and I don't get to it, that's totally fine. It's just some goals that I would like to get through. But I'm a total mood reader. I'm very much in a mood reader era right now. And I think it's just because I have so much going through my mind at once that my mood is fluctuating with my reading, and sometimes certain things I just don't feel like picking them up, and other things I'm ooh, I'd really like to pick that up right now. So we'll just see how it goes. The other one is to read at least 3 cozy mysteries. I love the idea of a cozy mystery. It's nothing scary or spooky. It's just very cozy. You get a mystery aspect. I know Amanda and Chrissy and so many friends, Pride and Paperback, she loves cozy mysteries, and so I already have several in mind that I want to try. I really enjoy the cozy mysteries, Hallmark movies. Some of them can be pretty cheesy, but sometimes I'm okay with that. It just depends on my mood, and if it's something lighthearted and I can just get a good little cozy feel and get a mystery aspect without it being gory or just too much in my brain, I love it. So I at least want to read 3 in that category. And I definitely want to get into trying to read fantasy. Guys, so my goal is to read at least 2 fantasy books this year, which sounds like, to people that love fantasy, they're probably thinking 2, but I guess technically the only fantasy I've read is Harry Potter. I love it, but I really don't think there's anything comparable to Harry Potter, in my opinion. I started Wistress this month. It's December. It's very end of December I'm filming this, and I started Wistress and I was buttering it with Pages of Blessings, but we kind of took a break from it because we were just more in the mood for other books that we were reading at the time. And so I'm pretty sure we'll get back into reading that probably in January. We haven't discussed it, but I'm sure very soon. But I at least want to try 2 minimum. I'm trying to branch out this year, as you can tell. So that's my goal. And I'm setting them small because I don't want to set like majorly high goals. I guess the only one that's super major is finishing those 2 big series, the Christensen and the Anne series. But I really love the books that I've read within those series so far, so those don't seem so daunting to me. But like the nonfiction, the cozy mystery, and the fantasies seem kind of daunting to me because I'm such a romance girl. I love it. So it's hard for me to stray away from that anymore. And that's really all the goals that I specifically have for reading. I don't even know if I'm going to actually track how many books that I'm going to read this year. Like, I don't know if I'm going to actually set a reading goal on Goodreads and track it throughout the year. Because again, I'm all about no pressure. And I want to be so realistic with you all. I have never been somebody to read 10 plus books in a month. That's just never been me. I'm a slower reader. Even as an adult now, I'm just more easily distracted. I just have a lot going on in life, and reading 10 books is just not realistic to me, nor is it, I don't want to say it's not fun, but again, it's just putting that pressure on myself, and it just shouldn't be that way, at least for me. So I highly applaud everybody that can read more than just a couple books a month. I wish I could, but I just can't. And there's going to be months that I know that I'm just going to read a lot more than others, and that's fine. So I might not even count a Goodreads goal and just be surprised at the end of the year to see how many I've read for the year. Does that make sense? So I think I'm going to do that and just set the numbered goals for the mysteries, fantasy, and nonfictions. And then for all the other books, not even count them and just kind of be surprised at the end of the year. Well, what do you all think? Is that a good idea? And then my faith goals, like Bible faith goals for 2023, is to read through the whole Bible. And that is one reason why I don't want to track necessarily my fiction, like my other reading, like besides my Bible, because in 2023 I really want to prioritize my Bible. I do have the Bible recap. It's for free. It's on YouTube. Tara Lee Cobble, who created it, she has a podcast and YouTube videos where she breaks down the writing every single day chronologically for you to listen to. It's also a free reading plan on the Bible app. You do not have to purchase the Bible recap book, but I did go ahead and purchase it a couple months ago because it was on sale for $9.97, and I thought, goodness, for $9.97 it's regular like almost $30, I think, mid $20 range. You know, it's just a physical thing that I can have because I tend to get really distracted on my phone. I have a hard time reading the Bible on my phone. I like it. It's convenient. I love the conveniency of it. But, like, I get distracted because I get tempted to go answer texts that I get while I'm doing my Bible reading or even doing a plan on the Bible app. I just get too highly distracted on my phone. And I just like to have this resource available to me. So if I'm not able to be on my phone and do that, I'd really like to not be on my phone during quiet time just listen or just read and do this through the physical Bible recap and through my physical Bible. I have never read the Bible front to back or cover to cover, however you want to say it. And Terry Lee Cobble's, it is chronological, but it's not like what you think. So it's not just, Genesis through the rest of the books. It's set up chronologically, and I'll show you. But she did it to where it's chronological through the storytelling, not necessarily through chronological book-wise. I hope that makes sense. And I've had friends that highly recommend listening to the podcast or YouTube videos of her just breaking it down each day, because that has also been extremely helpful for them. So I do still plan on doing that, but while I'm actually in the Word, I do not want to be on my phone. So we'll see how that goes. I kind of started this in around October, but again, I've been very wishy-washy with staying consistent. And so I really want to get through it this year. So by all means, if there's anyone out there that wants to come along this journey with me and read the Bible through the whole year with me, I would absolutely love that. I'm not making it like an official challenge or anything like that, but I would love it if you would want to do the Bible recap with me and follow along. Maybe I can do a wrap up at the end of each month and just discuss what I read through the Bible at the end of each month. I think that would be great. It's so very important to me, and I always think of Penny and my friend Lynn's. She's in the comments. Penny, I love you. And she's on Bookstagram. Her rule is that she does not read any other book before her Bible. So if she has not read her Bible for the day, she doesn't open up a fiction or nonfiction, I assume, until she has read her Bible. I love that. That might not be applicable to everybody, and I understand that. I've always tried to be a morning Bible study girl, and guys, with some of the health issues that I personally have, getting up in the morning is so extremely difficult for me. I used to not be that way. I used to be like more of a morning girl when I was in school and stuff, even in college. But as like a full-on adult, I can't. It is so hard to get up in the mornings. I really struggle. So I'm probably going to be more of a nighttime Bible study girl. But one of my personal goals, unrelated to this, is to make more of a morning routine, because I do work from home, and I really need to be in a better routine to be more disciplined in that morning routine. And so maybe I can slowly start to work the Bible recap into that routine and slowly make it into a morning Bible routine, which I would love. But if you're a night Bible study person, just do your Bible recap or any Bible reading first, and then read your fiction, nonfictions, whatever. But I really want to make this a major priority in my life. It is the absolute most important thing that I could do for my walk and relationship with the Lord. My friend Lynn's is just the biggest encourager and honestly inspiration for me when it comes to this. One of her biggest struggles, I hope she doesn't care that I say this, but something she really struggled with was reading the Bible and being in God's Word. And her testimony that she shared with me of how it absolutely changed her life. She specifically did the Bible recap and read through the whole entire Bible for the very first time a couple years ago, and how it absolutely changed her life. And it just spoke so deeply to me, because I have felt God for so long to push me to just be in His Word consistently. And so this is the time to do it, and I'm hoping to keep myself accountable with you all. So please, please let me know if you want to join me on this journey through reading through the Bible for the year. And if you don't even have the Bible recap or want to even do it, that's fine. Just let me know if you're trying to make a goal of reading through the Bible this year. If you are, I'd love to hear where you're going to start, what you're using for a resource. And I actually have the Daily Grace Company Reading Through the Bible like book set. It's like 4 books, and it helps me read through the Bible chronologically, book by book. But just where this has just a little extra additionals with it, I thought I would start with this. I'm not setting a huge goal for myself to do a certain amount of Bible studies or devotionals. Again, I'm very moody when it comes to certain things. I'm for sure doing a few devotionals this year, ones that honestly I've already done, so they're not necessarily new to me. But again, if you'd like to see like an actual TBR of the books I have in store for these reading goals for the faith and Bible and just my normal reading goals, let me know. I can make a quick video and show you the books I have in mind, show you the devotionals. There are a couple studies I want to accomplish this year, but again, I'm not setting a number for myself because I'm trying to start small and not overwhelm myself with all these numbers. So I hope that makes sense. Y'all, I cannot believe we're in 2023. This community has changed my life. God has used y'all to change my life this year. I would have never dreamt of the community and friendship and relationships and connection that I have with all of you. And if you don't even comment or follow on anything else, just the fact that you take the time to click on my video and watch it, honestly, it blows my mind. And I hope y'all have just an amazing, amazing new year. I can't wait for what this year will hold, how we'll all grow, and how we'll be here for one another in the comments and on other platforms. I'm just so excited. I'm so ready for a year of peace, and I pray that that's what we all get in 2023 is peace. Please let me know your thoughts if you want a physical TBR to these reading goals and Bible and faith goals that I have. If you'd like to even see a video of just my whole entire physical TBR cart, I can show you that too. So yeah, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.